Alright guys, we're back and we're ready to do Double Jeopardy.
Player 2 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you in these categories. Martial arts.
Martial arts.
P is for
P
physics.
is for physics.
The Fabulous 50s.
Fabulous 50s.
Saints.
Classical
composers.
And
foreign words
foreign
and
words
phrases.
and phrases. Okay.
Player 2, you're in command of the board as we
Classical
continue. In
composers.
1762, this 6-year-old and his sister performed for Empress Maria Teresa.
I know nothing about composers.
Here's what we wanted. Wolfgang Amadeus
Mozart, okay.
For several years, his friend Carl Amenda was one of the few people who knew about his increasing deafness. Let's hear it, player 3. Any other
I'll go
takers?
for a guess.
It's player 1.
Who is Beethoven?
That is correct.
And I'll get out of that category.
Where do we begin, player 1?
P is for physics for 400.
It's the P in P equals force times velocity.
What's pressure?
Player 1?
Force times velocity.
Hey, Jay, man, did I tell you what we brought to make fortune? The express
Pressure.
No.
Dad.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on
I need
this?
someone to play against Aubrey and Kyle for Make a Fortune.
Okay, player 2.
I need somebody.
No.
It's power.
Anyone else?
Be back, guys, in the hand of
Let's hear it, player 3. Do it. Player 3, you start. During his lifetime, Johann Sebastian Bach was best known as a master of this instrument.
I'm gonna try it.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the piano?
No.
No, it's not the piano, Dad.
Any other takers?
Now I'm losing money. This is not good.
Alright, Ronnie, I'm gonna post in the chat box.
Okay,
Here's what we were looking for. The organ.
the organ.
Select again. He composed the Four Seasons in 1723. Here's what we were looking for. Antonio Vivaldi.
Vivaldi, okay.
You get to pick again, player 3.
Finishing that category
On
off.
March 3rd, 1875, his Carmen premiered in Paris, and he was decorated with the French Legion of Honor. Okay, player 3.
George Bizet,
Please
okay.
again, player 3. This element, Pu, was first detected in a cyclotron at Berkeley in 1940.
I'll try it.
It's player 1.
Pu was plutonium.
Correct. Player 1. A cube is an example of a rectangular one of these. A Pink Floyd cover displays a triangular one.
Was a prism.
Let's hear it, player 1. Yeah. Player 1. The bob of a simple one of these moves with simple periodic motion. Okay, player 1.
Was a pendulum.
That's correct. Player 1.
And 2000.
It's an elementary light particle, also called a fuzzy ball. Okay, player 1.
What is a photon? Well, in science.
Player 1.
Martial arts for 400.
In the West, the ninja combat weapons known as shuriken are called throwing these. It's player 1.
World stars.
That is correct. Please pick again. In karate, a hiji is a strike with this body part. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Know what I mean?
Let's try it.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is your fist?
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Well, you was laughing at that clue where it said fuzzy ball.
It's player 2. Correct. Player 2, you start. The folding Filipino fighting knife called a balisong is also known by this exact name.
Do not know this one.
We're talking about a butterfly knife.
A butterfly knife.
Please pick again, player 2.
Where 2 gets the daily double. She needs it.
Of the daily doubles. Player 2, you're in last place. Well, how much are you going to wager, player 2? Answer this. Krav Maga is the official self-defense system of this Mideast country's defense forces. That's correct.
She's at $500 now.
Player 2, pick again. A bokken and a shinai are two types of swords used in this Japanese martial art, whose name means way of the sword.
I'm thinking Taekwondo.
Here's the response we were looking for. Kendo.
It's Kendo. Good dot and buzz in.
Please pick again, player 2. Elementary, my dear Watson. Leslie Howard's son Ronald played him on a 1954 TV series. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who was Sherlock Holmes. Alright.
Player 1.
That was
You
50
start. A
seconds.
series of nightmares that C.S. Lewis had about these animals inspired him to write his first Narnia book. Here's the correct response. Lions. Player 1.
1200.
This future U.S. First Lady went to England to cover Queen Elizabeth II's coronation for the Washington Times Herald.
50s. In the 50s.
Let's hear it, player 2. That's correct.
It was Jacqueline Kennedy. Okay.
Player 2, you start us off. This actor hit the top 40 with the song Moonlight Swim. A few years later, he went psycho. It's player 1.
Who is Anthony Perkins?
That's correct. All right, let's. Cary Grant's wife, Betsy Drake, survived the 1956 sinking of this ocean liner. It's player 1.
What is the Lusitania?
Nope. Sorry.
Dag, I just lost
Anyone else care to
2,000.
try to come up with
I know it's
a
not the
response?
Titanic.
Here's what we wanted. The Andrea Doria.
Right.
Player 1, back to you for...
Form words and
Soldier.
phrases for
The
400.
name of this type of poem is from the Japanese for stanza. Let's hear it, player 1.
Where's the haiku?
That's right, way to go. Player 1. Undercover cop Arnold Schwarzenegger taught it in a 1990 film. Player 1.
Where's kindergarten?
Correct. Player 1. A medical aphorism, primum non nocere, is translated as, first of all, do know this. Player 1.
Where's harm?
That is correct. You again, player 1. Sir, the second daily double. You are in the lead right now.
$1,600.
Wager, player 1. And the daily double clue. This Arabic salutation, often followed by alaikum, means peace.
What's salam?
That puts you even further ahead. Player 1.
2,000.
Literally, blow of mercy. This French phrase is used for any decisive stroke. The correct response is coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Player 1.
Thanks for 400.
St. John Oud promoted devotion to this sacred body part, not just of Jesus, but of Mary too.
I'll try it.
Yes, player 1.
What's the heart?
Player 1.
Thanks for 800.
St. Simeon Stylites resided for decades on one of these, 60 feet tall, from the French for support.
With the hay.
It's player 1.
What is pillar?
Player
Thanks
1.
for 1200.
Saint Columba of this country was martyred in 853 after telling some Moors that Muhammad was a false prophet. Here's the correct response. Spain.
Spain, okay.
You get
Thanks
to
for
pick again.
1600.
The order founded by this saint in Toulouse was zealous in carrying out the Inquisition. Player 3?
With St. Stephen.
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers?
I'll go at it.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What is St. Dominic? Who is St. Dominic?
And the last
And
clue,
$2,000.
$2,000. The Pope struck a medal to celebrate the 1572 massacre of Huguenots on this saint's day. Let's hear it, player 2. Anyone else want to hazard a guess?
I want to get over $20,000.
Okay, player 1.
Who is Saint Bartholomew?
Yeah!
Got it. $21,800.
Sorry, look, player 2. Looks like you will not be continuing on to Final Jeopardy. This is the Final Jeopardy category for today. Historic New York City.
Historic New York City, okay.
So, what's your wager?
We'll bid $1,800.
And now the last clue. The USA's first Labor Day parade in 1882 went from City Hall to this square just north of 14th Street.
Where's Times Square?
Did you come up with the correct response? And that will set you...
But it's not Times Square.
What did you put as your response? And that will set you back.
Well, still $20,000. We're going to add $25,000 to it. The answer was Union Square.
Congratulations.
That means he wins $45,000.
Thanks for playing. We'll see you next time.
So we're going to add that to Ethan's total. That means $1,152,450 for him. Alright guys, I'm going to take a little break because my camera is about to go out. I have one bar left. But when we come back, I might do the rest of your special tomorrow, Ethan. But for right now, this is Rodney1279 signing off, saying be safe, be careful, and take care, everybody. Goodbye.